Last night, a teenager from Akron, Ohio made Silicon Valley panic when he generated a working app prototype using English prompts. He used Bolt.new, an AI tool that lets anyone build apps without touching a line of code. Thanks to some crafty devs and an AI model from China, you can now run this tool for free on your computer with no limitations. The story starts with Cole Medin, a developer who saw Bolt.new and thought he could make it better. He forked the project, called it ottodev, and made it work with open source LLMs. While this was happening, Alibaba casually dropped Qwen 2.5 Coder 32B, an open source model on par with the big bros of coding LLMs. That means it can be run with no API costs, no rate limits, and no corporate spies watching your every prompt. Now you can imagine combining ottodev with Qwen 32B. You get Bolt.new with unlimited usage running on your machine. Effectively, you have a senior dev who works 24/7 and doesn't need human rights. So I scrapped everything and started fresh, documenting every step to get ottodev running with Qwen. The guide I made can be found in the description, and it costs $0.00. A like and subscribe would be nice, but anyways, let's get started. The first step is to install Git. Head to the download page and grab the installer for your OS. You can spam the next button 55 times. The defaults are fine. Next up is node.js. Get the pre-built installer and grab the LTS version, long-term support for the acronym challenge. Same deal. Next, finish. Now the fun part, open CMD as admin. Windows will panic about security, but we're doing it anyways. Congratulations, you're now in the matrix. Time to clone the ottodev repo. It might sound like UFO language, so just copy the command and press enter. It's basically downloading someone else's code, but the word cloning sounds cooler. Next, we'll do a quick npm install to download project dependencies. You're one step closer to meeting Bolt.new's rebellious open source cousin. Run npm rundev and write down the local host number. We'll need it in a minute. Now that npm has finished delivering packages and making Amazon proud, we'll now do some JSON surgery. Find the package.json file in your ottodev folder and get yourself ready to mod it. Locate the dev script and paste the code from the guide document. Replace 3000 by your local host number. Now, we will create a startup script so you can feel like a proper developer. Create a new text file on your desktop and name it ottodev. Paste in these magical lines and add your ottodev folder path. Rename the file extension to .bat and you can now launch ottodev with a double click. Now, for the AI part, we're going to install Ollama. Download. Install. Done. You'll see a little llama in your system tray. There is also a good resource for many of the Ollama commands, and I have linked it in the guide document. On that website, you will be able to see the Ollama commands that are useful and some explanations about them. The next step is to download the new kid on the block, Qwen 32B. This is the secret sauce that makes everything work. If your GPU has been skipping leg day, drop down to 14B or 7B instead. Same commands, you just have to change the number. We'll then increase the context window to max out the stats of Qwen 32B. Create a file and baptize it model file. Copy the code and take a sip of water. Once this is done, remove the extension and run CMD again. Do a backflip, break your neck, go to the hospital and copy the code to finish creating your LLM with increased context window. You can then run Ollama list in order to flex your new AI army. We're now done. You passed the hunter exam. Let's do a test. Type create a to-do app and watch the magic happen. Your GPU fan might sound like a private jet, and that's normal, hopefully. If it's taking forever to generate or stuck loading, you can try a smaller model or tell people your GPU used to be in the pro leagues before its knee injury. That's it. You've got unlimited access to Bolt.new running completely locally. Time to build that $1 million app idea you've been sitting on, and maybe consider subscribing as well. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.